Okay, I think in chemistry, being a central science, one of the central sciences, we actually need somebody who understands our specific needs in the department and our specific research needs. And I think having somebody in the department like an embedded librarian will certainly aid in this matter. We often need a specialist in that sense that understands our frustrations and our needs for chemical information, and also how to get hold of more current and more electronically based information. That's quite often a problem in chemistry, to get access to that. Our view of a embedded librarian is somebody who really knows a little bit about the background of our research projects and the kind of information that we often would like to get our hands on. And specifically in, say, the subdivision that I work in, we use a lot of database information that is captured in databases, crystallographic databases, for instance, and that allows us then to get access to hard three-dimensional data, for instance. Now, in general, I think we would prefer to have somebody in the department, as I said, that understands our specific research project, but that could also keep us aware and keep us abreast of newer developments, newer projects. Being a central science, chemistry is often part of large projects, and we see nowadays that more and more people become active in large projects instead of concentrating only on their own small specific activity. And I think that makes the sort of contribution of a central embedded librarian often important to keep us aware of the newer developments in these large projects that happen. We also tend to regard such a person as part of a team, as basically a team member. Our experience in the past is that the embedded librarian actually helped us to streamline our searches to cover the most important journals that associated with our research projects.
Right, so I see the role of the librarian, or the embedded librarian as you call it, as something that is certainly evolving. And we see this evolving in line of the way that research is today and how dynamic it has become. In particular, that we engage a lot more with the international arena and the regional arena, which compared to in the past, where we find today that we have more postdocs, more postgraduate students that are here with us that are not originally from our university. I suppose this changing pipeline also means that the way that we communicate with these individuals has changed, and part of this change includes interfacing and interacting through, I suppose, social media, through Skype, through many of the means that I think that the embedded librarian that supports us is already doing. We also see that it's become much harder to keep up with the way and the pace in which media has evolved, in that previously we would look at the traditional journals as opposed to open source journals, and this is again an important area that is sometimes we as researchers tend to miss, because we may be too focused not in the evolving nature of information, but more in specialized journals or conference articles. So this partnership that we are able to find through the embedded librarian concept, where we don't see a researcher or a supervisor as the only person that interacts with the postgraduate student or research fellow or postdoc, but we see the embedded librarian, who for our School of Engineering is Sunette Steynberg, who we see as a person that can partner and form a research supervision team, and it is the team that then offers the path to deliver higher research outputs and goals for the variety that we engage with.
I've been asked what I understand under the term embedded librarian and how that relates to our activity in the phytomedicine program with our library. I think the first most important point is a librarian should be interested in the work. And her knowledge or his knowledge should be used to train staff and train students to get information. He or she should then be willing to learn more about the subject. They should also search for information that the staff members or students do not really have. For example, identifying books that may be ordered. And I think we have a wonderful example where we've had a Blackboard or ClickUp system where we've got a lot of information that is available to the students. Information such as lectures, even overseas lectures where the PowerPoint presentation is available. That is an enormous resource. So embedded librarian is someone that's really interested in the work, and in a certain sense I would consider such a person to be part of the department, part of the activities. Although of course there's a limit how far this can go. In our case we are extremely lucky because there's a lot of work and our students have access to a lot of very important information. Even important publications are available to them directly, so that makes life very easy. They don't have to go to the library to take out books or publications. Everything is available on the internet. I think this is a development that could do very much to enhance the research capacity of universities and departments.